I'm going to take that, what you just said, and it gave me a reflection on a particular trend that I'm observing. I'm sure we're all part of various WhatsApp groups. And there are often a lot of WhatsApp groups which will have people either saying, I'm looking for someone with this background as a someone to join my organization. And on the other hand, you'll have people saying, hey, I'm looking for change. This is what I'm looking at. And often when you try to merge them or marry them together, the themes that I have been observing of late is, again, going back to what you just said. um, oh, I don't think the role is exciting enough, number one. Number two, oh, I'm not really open to change cities. Number three, I'm not open to be in a role which requires me to go to office or workplace more than twice a week, or probably even work. Work in office at all. I would prefer to work from home. Compensation bands have, like, literally, I don't think the numbers are making any sense. And these become often a factor where there is a demand, but there is a supply, but then I don't think there is that, marriage happening because of misplaced expectations, for that matter. Is this a trend that you see where organizations are struggling to be able to attract good quality talent, or are they just really looking at it from a perspective that I'm clear on what I want, and I know for a fact that I'll still get people to work for the terms that I'm going to put onto into my JD, or job requisition? What do you see as evolving in your conversations with organizations?
I think there has been, I would say, a bit of a reluctance to really appreciate how significant the shifts in employee expectations are. I feel there's a reluctance. I know I'm not going to sound politically correct at all. Part of what I know Uncube is all about understanding future trends and what do they mean for you.
Yes.
So we always speak about this, and if you ever see on my LinkedIn page, so often I write about these are
Yes.
the expectations of people. But
Yeah.
because organizations still feel, like you said, they can get somebody at their terms, and they would rather not make a shift in the way the organization works, they are sometimes annoyed by people who are asking for things that they would never have asked for. So
Yeah.
I often hear a little bit of annoyance. What is it with these people? Like, what is their problem? Why can't they come to office 5 days a week? What is all of this? So you see an
Yeah.
annoyance because it feels like they're being too demanding and unreasonable, from their perspective. This is the way
Yeah.
we work. This is our way
Mm.
of working. And if you don't like it, you're welcome to go elsewhere. uh, I think we are still a way off. I'm hoping that more and more organizations really begin to understand that this is a significant shift. I don't think it's ever going to go back. Some of these are fundamental cultural shifts. Employees are humans, and
Yeah.
these shifts that have happened at a cultural level, we see it in our own children, right? What they want from the world is so different from what we would have ever dared to ask for. So,
True that.
it's cultural. And
Yeah.
the other interesting thing I'll tell you, we have, so particularly in the early years of COVID, we did this. Many organizations would call us to say, okay, help us map, different aspects of work from
Mm.
home, hybrid,
Mm.
whatever, in our organization. And when we do interviews with senior leaders, and we'd ask them for their choices, they would always say we need people back in office. But when we would ask them, how would you like to work? It would always be flexible. So, it was very interesting. And I get it. I really get it. It's like, it's so much more, I enjoy, as a human being, I enjoy the flexibility very much. But as a manager, I don't feel comfortable. I feel like I don't know how to lead this whole pata nahi kaun kaam kar raha hai, kaun nahi kar raha. That whole,
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with this situation. So
Sure.
there was this, like, there were very few people who actually wanted personally also to be in office 5 days a week. They wanted flexibility, but they didn't feel they could manage flexibility as well. So, I could see this sort of, okay, I'm torn between the two.
Yeah.